Welcome to Conversations in the Closet with your host, motivational speaker, fitness expert, and fashion guru, Theresa Romer.
Welcome to Conversations in the Closet. I'm Theresa Romer, as you all know. And look who I have with me today.
Hi, y'all.
My bestie, Michael. Yes, oh my God. Remember back in the day when we used to do the podcast together?
Yes, and now it's all fancy. You've got like a crew. I feel like we could do like a really good movie or a really dirty movie up here.
I love doing this show with Michael because we
have no filter.
There is no filter, and we just laughed. And
there's nothing I won't talk about, so it's true.
So, anyways, long story short, Michael and I have been friends for
God, I don't know how long.
Years. I'm good friends with your husband also. He's got 2 little children. What are they now, 7 and
5? My God. And no one ever warned me that your children grow up to be like you, so I'm so screwed. I look at my daughter and I said, if she's even half the whore I was, we need convents now. So I'm Googling chastity belts, covenants, convents. So don't trick my daughter.
I love how you're sinking.
I'm sinking.
Chastity belt, right?
Well, I'm just saying, like, I know that how bad I was, and so your kids come out like you. I know all her tricks. I look at her, and I know what she's about to do. She argues with my husband constantly, and I should be supporting him,
right?
But I'm back to, that's right. Because she's like, I'm going to give you 3 arguments why I get to stay up later today.
Ooh, she's already a lawyer.
Oh my God, she totally is. She does it with her teachers, too.
Dang.
She's like, here's 2 reasons why that's not a good idea. I'm like, yes. Like, but you need.
That's so cute. And then Winston, he's so just calm.
He's so laid back and loving, and he's at this school now, and I get to pick him up, and I have like 2 hours I get to spend with him.
Aww.
And he's the most loving child I ever met. He just comes up and hugs you. He is clearly a mini Matt because we use a surrogate to have the kids. So, you know, Estelle's mine, and the egg donor, and Winston's is. Matt and the egg donor is definitely different in personalities.
Wow.
Estelle has had a boyfriend since she was not even 1.
Boyfriend?
She would used to take Louis as a toddler, barely walking, grab these boys and go kiss them in the bookshops. I'm like, what? I didn't know if I did that.
She's like, totally you.
She is very much me. And she comes in and she tells everyone what to do. She would yell at them, your shoes need to be in a row. She's very German. She's very direct.
Dang.
So I'm very proud of her.
Well, so that leads us right into what topic is today.
Oh, what is today's topic? I never know. She surprised me. Like, it could be boob jobs for all I know. Like, or what plastic surgery did you get this week? I never know.
Well, I can't keep up with what you have done.
I need to get more done. All my friends have had like 3 new tummy tucks this week. I'm like, I'm so behind. I still have my first one.
I haven't had one yet.
Well, you don't need one. You work out. Like, you do it the hard way. I'm the reason they invented plastic surgeons. I will not work out, but I will snatch it back if I have to use tape, a banana clip, it doesn't matter. But anyway, I digress.
So, the topic is homosexuality.
Oh, okay. It's going to get really exciting, folks. I don't know if there's going to be a demonstration or not. But I didn't bring any props.
I don't know.
I do have a handbag.
And there's a lot in that handbag. I was like, are you running away from home today?
To be fair, like, because my husband gets, like, cringes that I carry these bags, but one of my favorite fashion icons, even though I was voted Houston's most stylish.
Yes.
Which I was all excited about.
Yes.
The real person who's on that competition, I totally look up to, he started carrying the Birkin, and I've loved yours for years. Fady.
Oh, yeah.
So when he was carrying the black one, I was like, all right, Fady has blessed it. I now can do it.
Yeah.
Men with Birkins.
There you go. There you go. But I would like to talk about this because I've just noticed in the last 6 months or so, I have this huge following of extremely young gays that are following me.
I can totally get that. I can understand that.
And they're like, oh my God, we just love you because you accept us. You know, I came out of the closet and my parents don't accept me. And it's so hard, like they're 11, 12. And I'm like, what? You know, so I really wanted to go back into your life a little bit and say, you know, at what age do you feel like you thought it was happening? Or that,
oh, I knew?
Yeah, that you knew.
Oh my God, I knew early on.
But I mean, I really, before 10?
Probably around that age. But you got to keep in mind, this was, I'm not going to say my age, but it was a little while ago. before I came here, it was still illegal, but I was on the East Coast, and I do believe that it's a spectrum. Sexuality is a spectrum. So like on one end, you have like so gay a purse falls out of your mouth. And on the other end, so heterosexual, like you couldn't even think about it.
Right.
I'm like just this side of gay.
Just.
My husband...
Like boobs still turn you on.
I was engaged to a woman. That's how I came down to Texas. And I was madly in love with her. I had sex with lots of women. It took me a long time to get the number higher men than women. Like a week. I worked really hard when I got to Texas. There were a lot of Latin men. My husband is going to hate this podcast.
It's not a podcast. It's a radio
show.
It's a radio show.
I should know
and YouTube. Podcasts are a thing with fast.
So I knew early on,
Yeah.
and I desperately didn't want to know. And this was at a time when there was so much shame, and the suicide rate among young men that were gay was outrageous. And
Right.
to be honest, I tried to kill myself when my mom found a magazine, and I had a cousin at the time named Michael who lived in Texas, who was gay, gorgeous guy, living this amazing life. He's married to a doctor here in Houston. He later committed suicide, but I remember that I was so deathly afraid of being found out.
Right.
So I overcompensated, so I dated nothing but strippers and really stuck-up, bitchy women. I dated like the kind of person I wanted to be.
Right.
So I was like, if I can't be carrying the purse, I'm going to pick the lady that's
Right,
good.
right.
And so I'm still friends with every woman and guy I've ever dated, but...
But let's go back to like the 10, 11-year-old. That feeling of...
Well, you start questioning because...
Well, so like some people say, oh, I just loved playing in my mom's makeup, or I loved wearing my mom's clothes, or I loved...
But that doesn't necessarily mean you're gay. That could just mean you like to...
but I hear that a lot
Yeah.
from, like my assistant, Mr. Fabulous. He's like, oh, I always loved makeup. I loved playing with my mom's makeup.
Fabulous fits that name too. I'm just saying. That boy can beat down.
So I'm just saying, for our viewers out there and our listeners out there, if we've got some young listeners that are in that age bracket, 11, 12, 13, I kind of want to like help them understand what you felt and that it's okay.
Well, I have to say though, it's a much better time now for children coming out of the closet, and I'm excited that not only we're represented on TV, it's now sort of the movement has shifted really from the gay community to the transgender community, because so many people are accepting. That does not mean that they're not being kicked out of houses. I have several friends whose families completely disown them. When I came out, I thought the whole world was going to explode. And I told two of my fraternity brothers, and they turned around and gave each other like $20. And apparently there'd been a chart the entire time I was in the fraternity. When will Michael come out of the closet? I'm like, you bitches! Like, I should get out of this.
Yeah,
no, seriously.
You were a vet. Wow.
I was a vet. But for me, I was really young, and I think every kid goes through that sort of experimenting. Like, I played with my mom's wigs and makeup, but I don't think that had anything to do with it. I remember playing with other boys, and I remember going into the locker room. I was so deathly afraid of going to the locker room because I didn't want to be like, what if you get aroused? Oh my God, you're going to be mortified, or you're going to be beat to death.
Right.
And I had a lot of what they call bullying now, but I grew up with 5 brothers and sisters, and I can shred anybody down. So try and bully me. Like, I have so much of a thick skin, you can't hurt me. You'd have to hit me. There's so much plastic surgery there, I'm not going to feel that now anyway. But I do agree with you. And the big story for me there is that your life changes drastically, because I thought my life was going this whole path. I was married, engaged to this woman. I was madly in love with her. I enjoyed having sex with her.
Well, so back up. So when you got to the age where you could actually start dating, you started dating girls.
Both, actually.
Oh, you were dating boys.
I'm actually telling a secret now that I'm not going to say the person's name. Like, my husband's the only one who knows the story. And actually, I told the girl at the time. In high school, I had my first gay experience.
Okay. And
it was with one of my closest girlfriend's boyfriend. So while he was sleeping with her, he was sleeping with me. And I think he was sleeping with me more.
What a secret.
Yeah. In fact, I think there was a time she was even in the bed.
I
told you I'm a whore. I have such low standards. Keep in mind, I was also like about to go into rehab. So like my whole life is like a lifetime.
So the first time you were with a boy, you determined you liked it.
Oh, I knew. I was, you can kind of see, like you can kind of feel out Like at that time, you had to be really quiet. You wouldn't go up and say like, "Hey, you want to go out for a drink?" You wouldn't do that because you'd be afraid you'd be beat down.
Right. So we're
there
talking
were several
the 80s?
Yes. I won't say how old I was in the 80s.
Oh, come on. I'm older than you.
But you don't look it. That's the problem.
I was married in the 80s. I was having babies in the 80s. Like
I was too, actually, because I have a son that I found out when he was 4 years old.
So he has another son too.
I'm telling you, if I'm rehabbed, a child popping up later on in life, coming out of the closet, you name it, I really could be a Ballet Bertinelli Lifetime movie. But yeah,
You can sell your life to Lifetime.
I don't know if they would buy it. I'd be too scared to see it play it. But I knew early on, and your life changes drastically throughout, and I've had so many really, really low points. Like I said, I tried to kill myself when my mom found out, and my mom was an emergency nurse.
So let's go into that feeling. Like, what was the feeling? Like, she found out, and she
was not happy.
She was not happy.
Was not happy.
So she really wasn't accepting of it at the moment.
She's gonna hate this, but it's my truth, and I tell my truth. My mom actually was very instrumental in helping counsel her sister when her son came out. So my mom was gay accepting of other people.
So this is going to get good, guys.
You've been listening to Conversations in the Closet. We will return again same time next week.
Now, glutathione is a big word, but it's the body's own master antioxidant. So it's a scavenger for free radicals, for bacteria, and what's relevant now, viruses. This is new to the marketplace. There's no other product on the market that has the ingredient NACET.
And basically NACET increases the production of that glutathione that is in our body already to strengthen and enhance our immune system and keep it strong. Elevated sense of well-being. Supports muscle strength and endurance. Cognitive function. Powerful liver support. Energy. Helps blood sugar regulation. Superior bioavailability of key ingredients.
One of your best defenses against COVID is a strong immune system. Taking GSH Plus as a daily supplement does all that. And now we have the product out on the market.